Our first guest tonight is an Emmy and Grammy award-winning comedian, actress, and best-selling author. You know from her work in Girls Trip, The After Party, and Bad Boys Ride or Die. She's featured as a cover model in this year's Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, which is available in print nationwide on May 26th. Please welcome back to the show our very good friend, Tiffany Haddish. My goodness gracious.
Right?
And here I thought this was going to be the most stunning version of you today.
Right? There's so many versions of me. I'm like an onion, darling, layer after layer.
Layer after layer is right.
Cut the rough part off.
Oh, my goodness. You see her at the beach, and then you see her at the ball.
Yes, darling, yes.
Oh, my God.
At the Grand Show.
Oh, congratulations on this. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
There's only 4 cover models this year.
Yes.
How excited were you when you found out that you were going to land this one?
First of all, when I found out they were willing to have me do the photo shoot, I was super duper happy. Like, I was just so happy. And they were like, well, we can't guarantee the cover, but you'll definitely be in the magazine. Probably a small section in a corner. I was like, cool, a corner. I got it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with whatever. It's cool, whatever. And then I started questioning them and found out no comedian ever in the history of all of Sports Illustrated has ever been in it. So I'm the first.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I still feel confident no male comedian's gonna make it in. Do you think you landed on the cover because you nailed the pose so hard? Were they like, we can't put this in the corner?
I think I landed the cover because I manifested it. I believed in it. I kept talking about it. Since I was a little girl, since the 1900s.
Yeah.
I dreamed of being in Sports Illustrated.
Really?
I dreamed of being in Sports Illustrated, but really I wanted to do it for track and field. I was really good. I was all city in high jump and shot put. I know I don't look like a shot putter, but baby, it's all about technique. Okay?
Yeah.
And I was very good at it. And I thought, yeah, I'll go to college and I'll go to Olympics and I'll be in Sports Illustrated for sports. Then that didn't pan out.
Yeah.
Then I was like, maybe I'll be in it for comedy sports. Maybe they'll do comedy sports.
Yeah.
That didn't pan out neither. I wrote them a letter. Y'all should do a comedy sports episode edition.
Right
of
in the
Sports
garbage.
Illustrated.
That letter went right in the garbage.
Yeah, maybe I misspelled a few things. Anyways, I just started thinking like, wow, my grandmother was a model back in the 1900s and 50s.
Wow.
She was one of the first black women to be modeling on TV clothing in California. And she did swimsuits as well. And her model name was Ari. Ari was her model name. And she used to teach us all these poses. And she's like, yeah, baby, you ain't gonna make it as a model. You're not tall enough. It's not gonna happen for you.
Wow.
And I just always in the back of my mind dreamed of it. And then one day, Instagram really gives you a lot of hope. It gives you a lot of hope. You see all the people in swimsuits. I'm like, they brave. If they could do it, I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just manifested, just believed in it, and I started asking my fans to write Sports Illustrated letters.
Oh, my goodness.
Because what I've learned is that if you write a letter to any media outlet, a handwritten letter, they consider one letter 5,000 people's opinion.
Do they really?
Yes. I've been writing about you for years. That's why you're still on the air.
Yeah.
I write a letter a week.
Oh, my God.
Just for you.
I will say, last year NBC said 10,000 people. You wrote 2 letters.
I wrote 2 letters.
You do these in a lot of exotic locations. Where were you lucky enough to go?
I was lucky enough to go to Laredo, Mexico.
Oh, my goodness.
It's beautiful.
Do you highly recommend Laredo?
I would highly recommend Laredo. The food was delicious. It was a nice, quiet town. They have a 24-hour convenience store. And look, can I say that their Oreos taste way better than our Oreos.
Really? Unbelievable. What do you think it is?
They're using real sugar.
Yeah, that helps.
They soda tastes better. Everything tastes better.
Yeah,
I feel like everything tastes better no matter where I go.
Okay.
Outside of America.
Well, I mean, less processed helps. Yeah,
way less
The real deal, yeah. You, speaking of sports, you were at the NFL Honors this year.
Yes, I was.
And,
I was hunting.
You were a presenter.
I was a presenter.
And this received some attention. Mike Vrabel, who's the coach of the New England Patriots.
Vrabel.
Yes, Vrabel.
Yes, that's how you
And by
say
the way,
it.
I knew how to say it because,
You watch sports.
Yeah, and his name said a lot. But again, that's totally fair.
And his name is said a lot.
Yeah. But also it's not spelled, it's VR. I mean, it's very weird to...
It's spelled like variable.
Yeah. Well, I think you can prove that's what you thought. Let's take a look.
The 2025 AP Coach of the Year is Mike Vrabel.
When did you, that's the most awkward thing that's happened to him this year.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Because I've been paying attention.
Oh, you've been paying attention?
I've been paying attention since.
And he keeps being like, that wasn't me, that was Mike Variable. That's how he's trying to use it now, is his way out of trouble. Did you meet a lot of athletes at the NFL honors?
I did meet a lot of athletes, and a lot of them were checking me about how I said the man's
Yeah,
name.
of
And
course.
I said, look, I did Hooked on Phonics, okay?
Yeah.
I could not read until I was 16, so you be glad I said it halfway right.
Yeah. By the way,
And,
the way this name is spelled is not even in Hooked on Phonics.
No, it's not. And is that French? What is that? What is
Yeah.
that language?
No one will tell us.
Nobody will tell us, but guess what? The men definitely was giving me their phone numbers.
Really?
Yeah, a few teams, a few young male players was trying to come to my yard. They wanted
Wow.
to see if they could.
Really?
They wanted to see if they could visit my front yard.
And how do you? And are you amenable to these younger gentlemen making their way over to do some yard work?
Okay, I don't know what amenable is, but I'm gonna go with that means agreeable, and I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm interested. Letting
So
them
you
do some yard work.
have the numbers, and now that you have the numbers, are you going to try to match them up to the statistics over the course of the year? Because
Well, I've been communicating with them through text message, and I went ahead and did background checks on them. All of them have pretty good credit scores.
okay,
They're
that's good.
responsible.
You have that extra, the internet you pay extra for, where you can get the credit score of anybody, right?
I have a private investigator.
You will not make those mistakes. You will not make financial mistakes with your gentleman.
No, I want them to have their own finances and
Yeah.
to be responsible for themselves and never have to ask me for nothing because I want you to feel like a man. So
Yeah.
I'll never spend more than $20 on a man.
That's very
But
nice.
I will spend $1,000 on a background check though.
We'll be right back with more from Tiffany Haddish. Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Tiffany Haddish. You're here in New York for a week. I heard you had a star-studded flight.
Oh my goodness, yes. On my flight, first of all, Delta Airlines, my favorite.
Yeah.
All the best fly on Delta, I think. I mean, because they got great customer service. But it was Angela Bassett, Cherry Crews, Alfonso Rivera, myself, Gabrielle Sidibe.
That's a good group.
There was a reporter on there too. She had texted me afterwards, like, girl, I saw all of y'all. I was like, yeah, this is like Soul Plane in first class. It's nice. It was nice.
Why was everybody on the flight?
At first, I thought everybody was on the flight because they wanted to come to my Sports Illustrated party. But
Yep.
then I found out they was all on the flight because it's upfront.
Yeah, it's up front. So this is a week
Yeah.
where all the advertisers come to New York and the networks are like, these are our new shows. And
Yeah.
so did you ever you had a show, Tiffany Haddish Goes Off. Did you do upfronts for that?
I did something like an upfront for that.
Yeah.
I did do that. And then I did for The Last OG as well.
Oh, that's good. That's
so,
good.
yeah, I've been in front of the buyers and trying to get them to, come on, put some advertising dollars on my TV show.
Yeah.
People will watch, but now that I'm in a swimsuit, I think we'll get more dollars.
You went to the Sydney Comedy Festival. First time in Australia?
Yeah, that was not my first time in
Okay,
Australia.
gotcha.
No, I've dated a few rugby players back in when I used to work for Air New Zealand back in my younger years.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I've had many lives, darling.
You
many
have.
lives. I dated a wallaby, if you will. No.
But I will say you look very comfortable around a koala. This is not your first koala.
No, that's not my first time being around a koala. That's my first time being around a koala that big, though.
Yeah.
And do you know they got like real big claws? And do you know that when they mate, it is dangerous?
What part's dangerous?
They have chlamydia.
Yeah. I have heard that.
But also they fight. The women,
Yeah.
they fight the men. The
Whoa.
men gotta have like squabbles. That's the most energy they spend. They sleep most of the time.
Yeah.
And then they use their energy to eat and then to mate. And the man gets like off and the woman gets on and she's like, ooh, you can fight good. Okay, you can. I'll have your baby. I don't mate like a koala. Just know that.
Just know that, yeah, you didn't wanna get that
I
out.
mate like a worm.
I will say, a mate like a worm would not seem very alluring to me until you put the motion behind it. And I was like,
sometimes I mate like a frog. Best mating is turtle mating.
why is that?
Because they make the funniest sounds. First of all, the female turtle be like, and the male turtle be like, sorry.
I'd really like to see your YouTube search history.
It's mostly turtle sex. That's when I
If
get.
you like this video, the side is just like.
When I get sad, I Google turtle sex, and it brings me much joy. Be careful, though. Sometimes it'll be a man in a turtle costume.
Do you know, you've watched enough, do you know right away? Are you like, that's not a real turtle?
That's not a real turtle, but I'm a watch.
Hey, last time you were here, well, we talked about you wanted to do 80 movies by the time you're 50. That's your goal.
Yes.
And you pitched a movie to me last time, and my schedule didn't work out, but I'm very
Your
excited.
schedule didn't work out. Okay, we'll go with that.
But is it true you have a new project? There might be a part for
yes,
me?
there is a new project coming. I
Okay.
don't know if you heard of this, Girls Trip 2.
I mean, amazing. The whole world's heard of it.
Yeah. And there's a role in it for you.
Okay.
There's a role in it for you. You would be, okay, so like in the last Girls Trip, all the girls, you know, they all got to make out with somebody. They all got a little action. I did not.
Crazy.
And I complained about that. And now in this one, I get some action.
Good.
And so I was thinking it would be really good. And I pitched you for this, and they said that you can come in and audition. You could be my... You got to audition. I'm
Sure.
sorry.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
will be my degenerate boyfriend.
Okay.
Okay. And basically, you kind of like living off of me, but I don't realize it.
Oh, yeah?
Right? And so you kind of using me, but I enjoy you. I like you a lot.
Yeah.
And then my girls tell me, like, girl, he using you. He don't love you. And I'm like, girl, he do love me. What you talking about? That man love me. That's my white man. And they like... And you say, and you kind of like carry yourself like real, you know, you kind of suave with me.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
This might be where the audition's gonna hurt.
I think you got it.
Okay.
I think you have
Thank
what
you.
it takes.
Maybe a little coaching before I go in there,
Yes,
but thank
look,
you.
can I, maybe we run some lines right now?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so one of the lines that you would say to me is, baby, the way you make these eggs is amazing.
Okay. Baby. The way you make these eggs is amazing.
And then,
Now I'm feeling it.
yeah, you
it,
feel
it does feel
now
like
you gotta
it's
do it
written
one
for
more time, but this time you got smack me on the ass. Matter of fact, Seth, come sit on this couch.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
making eggs. I'm making eggs.
Baby, the way you make these eggs is amazing.
Yeah.
Woo!
You gotta jump.
Oh my God, that's Sports Illustrated. That's Sports Illustrated. Tiffany Haddish, everybody, the Sports Illustrated swimsuit 2016 issue is available across digital platforms now and in print nationwide at May 26th. We'll be right back with Josh Groban.